Okay. A very good morning to all of my students. Myself Suman Garg. I am working as a lecturer in C department at BHS BIT Leragaga. Today I am here to deliver my lecture on the subject, that is system analysis and design. The first topic, that is introduction about the SAD. What is SAD and what are the various contents that I will cover in my lecture. That is, first I will tell you what is the system, how you can define a system, what is the basic concept behind the system. A system is a group of interrelated components that work together to accomplish some particular task. I will discuss later on in detail. Then there is a characteristics of system. What are the various characteristics of system, I will tell you. Then what are the various elements of a system. The system consists of various elements. There are various subcomponents. The system is a combination of various subcomponents that all are called the elements of a subsystem. Then the types of system. There are various kinds of subsystems. There are various kinds of systems. They are categorized according to the environment, according to the their function, according to their behavior, according to their working. There are various types. Then what is SAD? Basically, I want to introduce the term, that is system analysis and design, which is the name of this subject. I will give you some brief introduction about SAD, that is system analysis and design, and at last I will explain what is system analyst. System analyst is the person who is responsible for analyzing all the details, all the problems related to the system that we are going to develop in our project. Before starting with my lecture, I just want to tell you that in our daily life, around us, we can see the computer everywhere in our daily life, around everywhere in our life. If we go to a medical shop, if we go to a medical industry, any hospital, any educational institute, any of the organization, whether that is a government, private, everywhere there is a computer. So there are we just want to follow the computerized approach. We just prefer to follow the computerized approach. But there are some positive consequences as well as the negative consequences are also there. Positive consequences. So of course there is an improvement in the system performance with the computers. The speed of the worker is very high as compared to the manual performance. Then the profit and growth is also increased with the use of computers, and the information's quality, that is also improved, that is also increased with the use of computerized approach. But as well there are positive consequences, there are some also negative consequences are also there. Like there is a threat to employees that their work will no longer be realized. They just all the employees of their company which is using computerized approach, they are feeling some threat about their job. The use of the computerized approach just decrease the morale of the person who were not present at the time of installation process. Suppose in any of the organization, for example, suppose we are just for 1 second we let in a post office, in a post office department, they just started with the computerized approach. What is happening there? They just put their some of the systems and one of their server, and one main person from the organization will from the IT industry will come. He will install all of the software and explain them how to use it. Then the employees of the post office or any of the organization which is using computerized approach, they don't know how the installation is going on. They know nothing about the computer, they just know how to use it by the click method. So their morale is decreased somewhat. Then the third consequence is users who have limited trainings in the computers field, they will feel intimidate. उनको हमेशा threat लगा रहता है कि हमें ये नहीं आता. They never feel proud कि they know this thing. They always feel threat to about their job, about their job security, right? So in order to overcome all these consequences, analysis is very important. Analysis of the problem is very important, and this is the role of the analyst to remove any of the barriers, any of the fears for the users. which is extremely crucial for a system success. If we want a system and if we want to run a system in a successful manner, then the users and the workers and the employees, everybody who is attached with the system must feel fearless, must work in a fearless manner. There is no kind of threat regarding their job, regarding their security in the organization. And it is the role of analyst, it is the job of the analyst to remove all those barriers and fears. Now come to the introduction, come to my topic, that is introduction to the SAD. SAD is what? A system analysis and design. The first word, that is system. What is a system? A system, we all listen about this word very much in our life, that the flan system, education system is there, telephone system is there, business system is there. What is a system? So a system is a group of interrelated components that work together to achieve a common goal. System is what? It is a group of interrelated. Interrelated means they all are related. All the components are related to each other, so they can work together to achieve a common goal. Generally, any of the system can be consist of three major part. चाहे वो कोई भी system है, हर system को आप define कर सकते हो with the three parts. One, the system is having the input. First of all, there is an input which will be given to the system. Then that input will be processed according to the requirement, and at last the output will be produced as per the user requirement. So there are basically three parts in any of the system: input, processing and output. For example, computer is a system. Computer system, we all say computer is a system. In computer system there are three parts. First is the input, all the input devices through which we can give the input to the machine. In the CPU part, that is the processing unit of our computer system, that processes your input according to the requirement, according to the instruction that you have given through your program or any of the instruction, right. Then that information is processed and the output is generated in the form of hard copy or soft copy that is required as by the user. So what is the concept of a system? A system must be designed to achieve a predetermined goal. सिस्टम जो है उसका कोई ना कोई गोल होना चाहिए, तभी वो सिस्टम बनेगा. सपोज देयर इज अ कंप्यूटर इज अ सिस्टम. कंप्यूटर क्या है, किस चीज़ के लिए हम यूज़ करते हैं कंप्यूटर, उसका एक पर्पज़ होगा. दैट इज हर कोई भी सिस्टम है, चाहे वो टेलीफोन सिस्टम है, चाहे वो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है, एवरी सिस्टम हैज़ अ प्री डिटर्मिन्ड गोल. ओनली देन that system is developed. A system must be designed to achieve a predetermined goal. The individual second concept is that the individual components of a system must be connected to each other and dependent on each other, so that the output of one component is the input to another component. They must communicate to each other so that the information flow between the different components wherever it is necessary must go through. The objective, third one is the objectives of an organization always take priority over the objectives of individual subsystems. Suppose there are subsystems in computer system. Let's talk about the computer system. There are subsystems in computer system. Memory unit is there. Memory unit का main function, what is the function of memory unit का function क्या है? That is to store the results, to store the data, to store the program, to store the information. And what is the function of the overall computer system? That is to process the information. So the objective of an organization, objective of a system always takes priority over the objectives of the different components. Then there are various examples. I just quote here two examples. First is very known, computer is called as a system, as well as the components of computer work together to achieve a common goal, that is processing of the data. The second can be an education system is also a system, as the student, teachers and the management workers work together to achieve their goal. In the education system, students are the input. Students are the input and teaching is the process which is going on there, and the output is the educated students are going out of the education system. Telephone system is a system. Business system is a system. The raw material is taken as an input, it will be production is going on, then it is output is as the items are produced at the last. Then the characteristics of the system. Characteristics of a system was what? The central, or we can say specific objective. First one is basic objective of a system is to achieve some goal. कोई ना कोई goal जो है that is predefined. That's why a system is developed. A business system, for example, may have profit making as its corporate goal. Suppose there is an example, business system. Business system का एक objective क्या होगा? That is profit making. किसी भी तरह से profit हो. They are taking input, they are processing it, and they are producing the output. Anyhow, their central objective is what? That is the profit making, because they are in the corporate sector, they want to make some profit, that's why they are in the business system. Then the second characteristic is components. There are subsystems, these are the subsystems which collectively function to achieve goals of the system. पूरा ओवरऑल जो सिस्टम है दैट इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सब कंपोनेंट्स. सो दीज आर द सब सिस्टम्स विच कलेक्टिवली फंक्शन टू अचीव द गोल्स ऑफ द सिस्टम. द थर्ड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इज व्हाट? बाउंड्री. This is the line that marks the inside and outside of the system that sets off the system from its environment. The system is working in between. The overall boundary जो है that is the line which marks the inside and outside of the system, that makes the environment for the system. If a business system is there, marketing is the boundary for that, जहाँ उनको सेल करना अपना. The competitors are the boundary for that business system. Then the organization, fourth characteristic is organization. Organization क्या है? It implies the structure and order. As its name implies, it implies the structure and order. It can also be said as an ordered arrangement of certain components of the system according to our requirement or specifications. Suppose computer system. Computer system क्या है? Computer system and business system. Two examples we have taken in the last slide. Characteristics of a system. इसमें मैंने example लिया computer system. The various components are input unit, central processing unit, output unit. If we are to organize these components, then I have taken the input unit, one unit I have taken, all the input devices related to the input will be considered under the input unit. All the output devices will be considered under the output unit, and the central processing unit further is made up of three components. Memory unit is there, ALU is there, and the control unit is there. So organization is what? It is a orderly structure, ordered arrangement of all the components so that they can work together, they can communicate with each other, the flow of information can be taken place between all the components. When these all components link together, they work as a whole system for producing information. The next characteristic is interaction. It specifies how the exchange of information takes place between the different components. If they are to communicate, how they will exchange their information, it should be there. Interdependence, it means how the components depend on each other. Output of one component is the input to another component, right? Then the integration. Integration is what? It means they are tied together to each other, how closely they are attached to each other, right? Then the behavior. Suppose business system is there, कहीं ना कहीं से कोई ना कोई कहते हैं कि सपोज कोई भी कंपनी है, कहीं ना कहीं से कोई इन्वायरमेंट में ऐसा हो गया कि उनका कोई कंपटीटर खड़ा हो गया, राइट? सो हाउ दे विल रिएक्ट, कहीं से उनको प्रॉफिट या फिर लॉस हो गया, हाउ दे लॉस हो गया, सपोज कहीं ना कहीं से उनको मेजर लॉस हुआ, हाउ दे विल रिएक्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द इन दैट सिचुएशन. बिहेवियर इज व्हाट? अ सिस्टम रिएक्ट्स टू द इनपुट फ्रॉम इट्स एनवायरनमेंट ऑल्सो. एक इनपुट्स जो हैं दैट आर प्री डिटर्मिन्ड, दैट आर अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर चॉइस. बिजनेस जो है, बिजनेस सिस्टम जो है, दैट आर अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर चॉइस. एक इनपुट्स होती हैं जो अकॉर्डिंग टू द फ्रॉम इट्स एनवायरनमेंट ऑल्सो देयर आर इनपुट्स. सपोज ये वेयर हाउस वाली एग्जांपल अगर हम लें, वेयर हाउस एक सिस्टम है, वहाँ पर ये वेयर हाउस यू नो दिस इज यूज टू स्टोर द ऑल द grains and we can say wheat material, right? So if there is a suppose someday there is a rainy season for the 20 to 30 days, then what will happen? All the जो उनका grain है वो सारा जो होएगा खराब होएगा. If they are not to take any of the action in that behavior, in that situation, so behavior is what? A system must react to the input from its environment, and these responses determine its behavior, how it will react to the input from the environment. Then the self-regulating, a system tends to maintain itself in a steady state. Whatever the situation is, a system must be in steady state always. Life cycle, every system has its life cycle, birth time is there, death time is there, and lifetime is there. This is the one example I have quoted here, these are the food restaurant, fast food restaurant taken as a system. What is there? The various components are there. There is a storage unit. From there, they are taking the material for making some eatable items. There is the office where the every record of the material is going on here. Taking is there, keeping is here. Then this is the kitchen. This is the contour area, and this is the dining room where the food is being supplied after preparation. Input जो है that is food, labor and cash. Input system में क्या है? The food items will be taken as an input, labor is taken as an input, that will all the chefs and cooks, and the cash is also necessary, and these are the input. And what is the output? The prepared food, or we can say trash, etc. The boundary is what? Boundary is the overall environment जो है, जो line, that is the line which mark of the inside and outside of the system, जो system की boundary बनाता है. The interrelationship, this is the interrelationship. And the environments क्या है? Customers, food distribution and banks, etc. These are the environment. This is the example. So generic system model with 6 components is there. System is made up of input, output, processing. The 3 more are there: control, feedback and boundary. So examples are there. Suppose your student registration system is there, automobile system is there. So elements of a system, outputs, so first of all output, because if the output is there, only then the system is developed. First of all, we must determine what are the objectives of our system, what do we intend to achieve, हमारा goal क्या है, हम किस motive में काम कर रहे हैं, what is the purpose of our work. Once we know our aim, then we can try to achieve it in the best possible way, that we can. Inputs, if output is required, then input is must. Output can be developed only from the input. Once we know the output, we can easily determine what the input should be for producing this output. Essential elements of the inputs are accuracy, your input should be accurate, correct in any manner. Timeliness, the late information is not acceptable, it will tend to the failure of the system. Proper format, the input should be in proper format, whatever is required by the processing unit. Economy, input should be produced, input should be given at least cost. The third element is process. Here we come to details of how the input and files are converted to output. अब input हमें पता है, output we know, how the input is converted to output, that is the portion which is the function of processing unit, process. This involves the programs and the way in which data is processed through the computer, or we can say the processing unit. The next element is control. The control of the system is the decision maker that controls the activity of accepting input, processing and producing the output. Control is what? That is whichever is the decision maker that controls every activity when the input is to be taken in the system, when that input is processed and when that output is produced. The next is feedback. In feedback, output is fed back to the input and or to the control. Feedback क्या है? We can, so that we can guess the performance of the system, is that correct or is that incorrect. The feeding back of the output allows it to be measured against some standards and making adjustments in the processing accordingly. If there is any flaw, we can correct that. Feedback can be positive, can be negative, can be routine or informal. If the positive feedback is there, it increases the performance of a system, it's routine in nature. We always see in any of the system we travel anywhere or visit anywhere, suggestion box. Suggestion box is there, either they have displayed a board, we can write their suggestion, we can write our suggestion over there. That is the feedback. Negative feedback generally provides the controller with the information for action. Next element is environment. It is the source of external elements that have an effect on the system. In fact, it often determines how a system must function. The last is boundaries and interface. A system should be defined by its boundaries, the limits that identify its components, processes and interrelationships when it interfaces with another system. Boundary is what? It is the line which define the inside and outside of the system. So, boundary and interface elements of a system, that is a system should be defined by its boundary. The limits, कहाँ तक उसको रहना है, the limits that identify its components, processes and interrelationship, किसके साथ उसको another system के साथ इनको कैसे interface करना है, how it will communicate with another system. The types of system, the systems must be classified in different ways, can be classified in different ways. Common classifications are, first one is open and closed system according to the interaction, how they will interact with the outside. There is the category open and closed system, deterministic and probabilistic system, जिसमें आपका जो behavior है that is deterministic, एक है कि non deterministic that is called probabilistic. Then the physical or abstract system which can be seen, which cannot be seen, that is physical or abstract systems. Last one is man-made information system. The first one is open and closed system. A closed system, first of all we discuss closed system. Closed, as its name implies, it will be a closed system, it will not communicate with another one. A closed system is one that is which is self-contained, a system that is cut off, from the environment, it does not interact with it, बाहर के environment के साथ वो communicate नहीं करेगा. These are isolated completely from the environment and never interact with any other system, right? Closed system. An open system, inversely, an open system is a system that interacts freely with its environment, taking input and returning output. This type of system can adapt to changing internal and environmental conditions. For example, a business organization and a human being are the open system. There are various main characteristics of open systems. First is equifinality. A system can accomplish its objectives with varying inputs and varying processes. As I have said, open system is the adaptive system. It takes action according to the environment. So, equifinality is there. A system can accomplish its objective with the varying inputs. कैसे भी input आए, कैसी भी processes हो, कैसा भी environment हो, it will accomplish its objective in a well manner. Input from the outside. An open system is self-adjusting and self-regulating. It can take input from the outside also. Entropy, that is the loss of energy. All the dynamic systems tend to run down over time, resulting in entropy or loss of time. Obviously, there is always there is a retardation. With the time, there is a entropy, loss of energy is there. Process, output and cycles. Open system produce useful outputs and operate in cycles, following a continuous flow path. Differentiation. Open system have a tendency towards an increasing specialization of functions and a greater differentiation of their components. Next is the next type of system I have told you, deterministic and probabilistic system. Deterministic system's behavior is completely known. Deterministic, as it implies, deterministic, that is fixed. Its behavior is completely known in advance. There is no uncertainty. Everything there is no uncertainty involved in defining the outputs of the system, knowing the input. If we know the input, then we can definitely say this will be the output. There is no uncertainty. For example, a computer program is there. If we have written a integer a, integer b, integer c, c equals to a plus b, a and b को हमने scanf करवाया, कहीं से भी input करवाया, scanf करवाया, c equals to a plus b is there, c equals to a plus b is there and printf c. ठीक है जी. In that case, output of the computer program is fixed if that is correct in syntax manner. That will be checked by the compiler also. So, in probabilistic system, behavior cannot be predicted with certainty. अगर if we are to know the input, we cannot say the output will be this one with certainty. Only probabilistic estimates can be given. We can only predict the output, but that is not certain. वहाँ कुछ श्योर नहीं होगा कि यही आउटपुट आएंगी, बट वी कैन प्रेडिक्ट हियर ऑल्सो. एग्जाम्पल इज वेयर हाउस एंड इट्स कंटेंट्स. types of system next is continued, that is physical and abstract system. Physical and abstract system. A physical system are what, that are the tangible we can say visible systems that can be seen, that can be touched, that can be counted, etc. We can see all those physical system. Physical system may operate either statically or dynamically. Later I will tell what is statically, what is dynamically. Programmed computer is a dynamic system, and physical parts of a computer center like chair, table, monitor, keyboard are the static in nature. Suppose you always go to your computer lab, right? The tangible things like your computer table is there, the chairs are there, monitor is there, CPU is there, all these are the tangible things, these are the physical parts, these are the physical parts, and these are static. These are static in nature, as they will not change. Either you go, either degree students will go there, either CE 5th semester students will go there, they are same there, they will not change their state. So, they are static in nature. Static means which cannot be changed, and dynamic. Dynamic means that will change according to the time, according to the requirement. Suppose a programmed computer, जो computer system है, that is उसका जो internal जो आपका software है, that will change according to the student. Suppose in the same lab you are going, you will do C programming over there. In the same lab, C 5th semester student will go there. They are doing their operating system Linux, Unix, etc. And in the same lab going they are going degree student, they are doing the Java programming. According to the student's behavior, according to the requirement, which physical parts change their nature, they are dynamic systems. So, next is physical system means tangible or visible system. Physical system जो है that can be described in two ways, static or dynamic. Next is your abstract systems. Abstract systems are conceptual or they don't exist in physical form. जो exist ही नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन they are the systems that are abstract systems. For example, model. Model is just a conceptualization and a representation. Another one is an algorithm or an equation. Algorithm क्या है? You cannot touch that algorithm. You cannot count that algorithm. An algorithm or an equation. That is what? That is a system. That is an abstract system that works according to your requirement, but that is not a physical system, right? Next type of system is natural system. These are the systems created by nature. These are the systems created by nature. No human intervention is there. Examples, your solar system, your geological system, molecular system, rain system is there, monsoon system is there, energy system is there, and the many more systems are there. I cannot list over there. So, natural systems are the which are created by the nature. Human intervention is not there, not at all. And the man-made information system, in contrast to the natural system, these are the systems which are created by human beings to serve a particular purpose in a particular environment. Which are the system created by human beings to serve a particular purpose in a particular environment. Suppose an information system, and your MS Word is the information system, your library software is the information system. Any of the software we are using, banking software, ATM machine जो ATM machine के ऊपर जो आप use करते हो पूरा software जो है, withdrawal facility is there, many statement facility is there, debit, credit, सब that is what? That is a man-made information system. An information system is an arrangement of people, data, processes, interfaces and communications that interact to support and improve the day-to-day operations in a business, as well as support the problem solving and decision making needs of management as well as users. So, information system can exist with or without a computer system, that is up to the management how they want to manage the information system. The major information systems are formal information system, informal information system and computer based information systems. First of all, formal information system is based on the organization represented by the organization chart. Organization is what? This is the map. This is the chart which will show the authority wise authority wise description of all the members that which are related to the computer, which are related to the organization. Suppose suppose we are talking about any of the institute, college which in which we are reading, right, in which we are studying. College director is there. Below the college director there are heads of the department different. This is the CSE department head, this is the EC department head, this is the IT department head, and so on. Below those head of the department there are number of lecturers, there are number of instructors, there are number of clerks which are working under those heads of the department. So different department, different जो heads हैं, all those are communicating to the director directly or indirectly. This is the organizational chart.